Hello Mason, I'm David Douglas, proposal engineer since 2018. I'm here to tell you about how we use additive manufacturing to develop rapid prototypes of new products. This is our SLS machine. The SLS technology uses a fine powder, typically nylon we use. And the way that this works is the parts get built on a build plate here, layer by layer. So the powder gets rolled across, the laser exposes it, melting it, creating cross sections that get built up one by one. As you can see here on an incomplete part, this is the path that the laser takes to melt the material and eventually build this up into a complete finished part. The nylon is very versatile, very strong. We use this for customer evaluation, for ergonomics, even building up complete units with live switches for a customer to be able to test and evaluate. These parts can be finished, painted, built up to look like an actual investment cast part that can be used in a lab with real parts or just for pilot ergonomic evaluation.
Hey there, Mason. My name is John Carlos Sotelo. I am a design engineer here at Mason. And right now we're going to discuss our other additive manufacturing printer that we have. This printer is a FDM printer, Fused Deposition Modeling. Slightly different to the SLS. The SLS uses a laser that melts the powder. This doesn't require a powder, it requires a material that's fed into a machine with a hot nozzle at the top that would melt the material and lay layer per layer to add the material and create your build. So let me take you through the small procedure as to how we get something printed. We have this very easy interface to use. This is the home, be tuning. This is how you'll be able to auto tune all the heat, fan speed, temperatures for the hotbed or the nozzles. Utilities to be able to move the nozzles. And this is to either heat up, load them up with the material or not. And to print, we have some stuff that's already stored in this local storage that we can use through the network. And we're going to show you how to start an actual print. We'll click on a part, we'll hit print. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm glad that you guys are interested in what we do here in engineering. I'm hoping that you guys are amused and amazed. And thanks again.
So those are the tools that we use for developing rapid prototypes of products. Some of the key programs that we're doing right now will be the next generation air dominance fighter, where we'll be developing grips for that, and other programs that John can tell us about.
So there are other programs that we're currently working on, and we're making prototype grips on that, as well as aluminum printed grips. But as for the working grips that we have currently done, I want to thank the team for helping us out with that. They did a lot of hard work, and I appreciate that very much.
Thank you all. Thank you a lot.
Thank you guys.
Hi Mason, this is Josh, the Business Unit Manager for Controls. I want to take a little bit of time to share with you some new and exciting opportunities, as well as the performance year to date as we're going into the last month of fiscal year 21. But before we get into any of that, I first want to share with you 3 of the top platforms that make up our sales this last year, FY21, for the Controls Business Unit. Number 3, E2. You can see the E2 jet flying around over here. This was a huge effort by our engineering team about 5 to 7 years ago. And we've been through a lot of growing pains, but we're finally at a point where we're seeing a ramp up of the sales for those specific products. That's the TCQ, the RPA, the column assemblies, all new stuff that is really exciting for us because there's a lot of potential for it to continue to drive our sales up. Now, this was of course impacted by COVID when the airliners saw a drop in demand, but we're expecting that next year there's going to be a pretty significant return. So if you build TCQs, get ready, there's a lot more coming. Number 2, our Bradley tank. We make the gunner and the commander grips and the gunner grips. Now both of these are significant for the Bradley tank. It helps drive the tank as well as operate the different guns. It's really exciting because this was a perfectly timed order that hit the end of last year. And this order helped close the gap of what sales would have dropped as a result of COVID. so it kept us flat, allowed us to stay busy during the impact of COVID. Lastly, our biggest platform, you may have been able to guess it, the Blackhawk and all of its variants. This represents 20% of the sales for the Controls business unit in the last year. Now, while this is a really successful program or platform, it's a scary thing that this platform is going away because the government's investing in new helicopters. FLRAA, which you may have heard of or may recall from last newsletter where Jim spoke about the investments he's making in his business unit, is an exciting new opportunity for the Controls business unit as well. In fact, I'm really excited to share with you that Sikorsky just announced that we won the Cyclic and Collective Grips. This was a huge effort by a number of people, but I want to take the opportunity to thank Teresa, David Douglas, and David Drobnis from the proposals team, all of whom were deeply involved in creating technical overviews of what our product would look like and answering the many questions that Sikorsky had. Without you guys, we wouldn't have won this program, and it's such an exciting thing since it's going to lay the groundwork for generations to come. Now, other exciting programs that are coming down the pipe, of course, are we have a B-52 retrofit, and we're working through some TCQs for KF-21. So if you see Robert Nealon or Eric, that is Eric Aguilar, please give them a high five because they're going through qual and it's exciting but also a very stressful time. And now a little bit more about the results of the business. And so first I'll highlight that overall Mason as a whole has done incredibly well in FY21. While many businesses in our industry have been hammered by COVID-19, we've been able to keep sales high, and this is largely due to that EFW order that came in and filled the gap. Now, we expect that we're going to land above plan in sales and above plan in profit, which is a testament to all the hard work that each of you have done in the last year. Looking forward into Q1 of next year, we expect great things as the pandemic is going to continue to recede, and we're going to see more of our commercial customers come back for additional orders. There's a lot of exciting things coming down the pipe for our products, and we're working closely with our customers to make sure that as the business comes back, we're able to continue to build the product, and we're really excited for FY22 as it fast approaches.
Hi, my name is David Reyes. I'm a design engineer at Mason Electric, where we design controls, of course. We're working on the KFX program currently. KFX is a Korean Fighter X. It's a program that we're working with the Korean government, and of course it was initially started with the Indonesian government as well. We're producing 25 throttle quadrants for this program. Currently we're working on the 5th prototype for lab use. Behind me I have Joseph Estophanos. He's a technician that's working on the 5th unit. We're training him to assemble it and calibrate it. Behind him we have Cyrus Barnouche. Cyrus is a manufacturing engineer here, and he's working on the same assembly with Joseph, and he develops all the things having to do with manufacturing. Thanks for coming to our work cell so that we could show you what we're doing on new products that are exciting for us, that we hope to get a new contract with later on.
Hi Mason, my name is Glenn Ennis. I work in the controls department with Mason. This is our new desktop printer system. It's incorporating several systems into one. It has a roll feed that goes into the laser system where the decal is printed and cut. Then from the system we actually pull up the automatic part number and serialization software. So I'd like to show you how that works. We simply scan the barcode reader. From there, the system is going to pull up the decal, automatically generate the serial numbers, and create the laser printer once you verify the serial number and part number. It's now connected to the laser printer. It is now verifying the serial numbers. It's asking us to check the part number and serial number. In the past, we've had a lot of issues with this. Now it's done all automatically. Once the serial number and part number has been verified, you hit OK to continue, and the system will go into work automatically. one of the difficulties we had with this machine is it comes with two different softwares. One's called Magic Mark and the other one's Excel Importer. They actually control the database and interface between it. This integration here was done by Unsung, our software engineer, and he actually developed a GUI software that would open and control both of these two different programs at one time. And this was done so that the operators would have a very simple screen to interface between the software and the database.
Hi Mason, my name is Jose Magana, Vice President of Engineering. Really happy to provide an engineering update today. Before I start, I'd like to wish everybody a strong end of the year. September is going to be tough, but I know we've got the right team to make it happen, so let's make it happen. Some engineering updates this past year. We've closed out some very key programs for us. We were struggling with some programs, like for example KC390. We were able to close out very tough requirements for the flap slot lever, finally in production. Also closed out E2 TCQ, very tough, difficult TQA. Probably the most complex throttle quadrant that we make here at Mason, but really successful getting that through certification now, so we're in production. Also closed out some key GDLS, which is the General Dynamics cruise control device. Very important. I'm looking forward to some good sales in that device, so challenging the sales team to go make some sales on that. But why do customers select Mason as a supplier? Well, I think we're the best at what we do. We deliver quality products. We deliver them on time. I've been here over 30 years. I've never seen 95, 96% on-time delivery. But I think most of all, customers trust our products. They trust that we're going to allow pilots to finish the mission, which is very critical, obviously, for our controls. It's really the good work of the entire factory that allows Mason to continue to bid on these new opportunities, to provide those controls that the pilots need for their applications. It allows Mason to really invest on those R&D programs that we're allowed to bid on, because we're doing a good job in producing what we say we're going to produce. It allows Mason to, work this coming year we'll be investing over $3 million in R&D on controls and also on new switch opportunities that we're currently working on. And I'm really excited to provide you with some good news. We were awarded on the FLRAA program, the Future Long Range Aircraft, the Cycling Collective Grips. So we're launching a brand new product line for us, new switches, new controls, okay, that are different. So we're really excited to get that kicked off. This is a platform that we've been working with, it's a replacement of the UH-60. So it's 30, 40 years of product that we've been delivering to Sikorsky, which contains cycling, collective, CCDs, stick assemblies, switches. So very important for us to be in this platform. So really excited to get that going. Also working with Boeing and Lockheed on the next generation throttle grips. So they're replacing the F-18s. So we're working with both OEMs to develop this new control. For new products, we're working on Boeing B-52, which is a radar upgrade on our cruise control device. So we're producing this for Boeing. We're going to start qualification testing, and actually we've started qualification testing that's going to go throughout December. So really exciting of introducing that into production. As soon as we finish qual, we'll have an award shortly after that for the EMD phase of the program, which is about $1.5 million of an award, which will include hardware and also some support from engineering. The next program that we're really excited about is the KF-21, which is a KFX, working with IT Science and KI to deliver the forward aft throttle quadrant for them. That's a throttle quadrant assembly that is going to start qualification testing in September, October timeframe. That'll go throughout the year. Really excited to get that through qualification in FY22. Soon we'll be launching our new circuit card assembly design, which is a modular design that we're looking forward to putting together, which will allow us to save NRE funding, NRE for our customer. It will also help us to reduce lead time on a new product that we will be introducing. So looking forward to starting that in FY22. Again, really excited to finish FY21. I know it's going to be tough, but we're going to make it happen. And a really strong start to FY22. Thank you.